Le Chateau d'Emeraude, The Mothers of Darkness, Episode 8, The Cousins' Summer. Before they were mothers, they were just three innocent cousins. In summer of 1896, Eleanor was 14, Beatrice was 13, and little Clara, well, she'd just turned 12. Their grandmother had summoned them to Thornwood Hall, her sprawling estate deep in the Cotswolds. Endless emerald lawns, rose gardens so thick the scent would cling to their hair, and stone walls that had stood longer than memory itself. The girls believed that December would bring nothing more terrifying than a junior coming out, a sweet little prelude to a proper debutante season. White silk gowns trimmed with Brussels lace, polite dances in London ballrooms, gentle introductions to suitable young men. So the summer was devoted entirely to preparation. Mornings in the drawing room were posture lessons. Books would be balanced on their heads as they glided across the floor. Grandmother's voice would cut like a whip. A lady's carriage reveals her breeding girls. Chin up, no slouching. Afternoons were in the sunlit sewing room, endless fittings, seamstresses pinning hems, murmuring about Belgian lace and French silk. The cousins would giggle behind the screens. Oh, too many petticoats! Or, this corset is absolute torture. Evenings meant etiquette drills over tea. How to pour without a single clink. How to decline a dance with graceful regret. And how to smile without showing too many teeth. When lessons ended, they were free. They rode their ponies through the orchards. As skirts were fluttering, and they filled their baskets with wild strawberries until their fingers were stained red, and they chased each other across the lawns until their hems were grass-stained and their laughter rang like bells. It was idyllic. It was golden, safe, or so they thought. Because Thornwood Hall was watching them by the fireside, Grandmother would tell old stories of gifts of the blood. Certain lines carry more than money, my dears, she would say. The girls would roll their eyes and whisper, fairy tales. But strange little things began to happen. Eleanor started sketching odd spirals in her diary. Symbols she said simply came to her. Beatrice began hearing a faint humming in the wind through the ancient oaks, a sound that felt almost like voices. And little Clara, she found a small black wax seal half buried in a rose bed, warm to the touch, bearing no crest, no note at all. They just laughed it off. Just boredom, they told one another. But the fog around the castle grew thicker. And one afternoon, as the three cousins linked arms and laughed their way across the lawn, one of them glanced back at the house. And for just a moment, her smile faltered. But the letters arrived soon after, thick cream envelopes, sealed in shining black wax, postmarked from Belgium, a winter assembly for promising young ladies. The girls squealed with delight. An adventure! They had no idea the assembly was not in London, and it was never optional, and the castle was always calling. And the girls would soon know, as we do, that the castle is real. The legends are very loud, and the truth, well, the truth is always waiting in the dark. Well, thank you for joining me for another episode of The Mothers of Darkness. If you enjoyed my content, please like, share, and follow for more.